Hey everybody, here in beautiful Georgia, and I just got done checking Ballerina out. It was a couple things I would say solid action movie. It's not for me. It's not better than any of the John Wicks, but it's a good standalone movie. I was surprised to see how much Keanu Reeves was actually in the movie. I thought he was a cameo, and that would be it. And sometimes in movies like that, where you're trying to separate the brand, it's cool to get the nudge from the bigger brand. But I think you want to make sure that brand stands without having to rely to tropes. And I just from the little bit of trailers I've seen, I knew there was a scene with Keanu, and I knew there was a scene with Winston. And I don't know how they got the black dude from The Wire, who's the front desk clerk. I don't know how they got his stuff in there. I mean, that was some stellar CGI. If that was CGI, I don't know how they did that. I was really amazed by that. That blew me back. But they had, it felt like the John Wick world. It did feel like another side to the world. The time frame, I believe, has to be from John Wick 3 to 4. So it's in that range of the timeline. So I think these events are before 4, but right in the midst or after 3. So it's somewhere in that time frame this story is taking shape. But Keanu did get a little action in there and things of that nature. So I was kind of merely surprised by that. I didn't think there was going to be that much Keanu. I thought he was one scene out. And that's one thing about Keanu I think people don't give him the credit for. Man, this dude really cares about his fan base. And he has done a lot quietly for brands, merch. This things dude. Keanu's an unsung hero in Hollywood. But shout out to him for that. I think that was amazing. He was in it, but he did not take away from the story. He complimented the story. Do I think they needed him in the movie? No. But I think with him being in the movie added, I think they should have advertised it a little bit more of him having a bigger presence. I think that would have helped him out in box office. Because even though they're putting this from the world of John Wick, it doesn't feel like he's going to be in the movie. So, but he's in there for a little bit, not too terribly long. But I would say they did a good use of it. Some people may not like it, and I can get that angle too. But I wasn't terribly offended by that. But like I said, it's a solid action movie. You can kind of see with the choreography how she's progressively getting better throughout the movie, which I thought was smart. And because you don't want her to come out the gate just looking invincible. One thing about John Wick movies, they show the vulnerability, but yet the tactfulness and the skillfulness, and that's what makes John Wick John Wick. He's so tactful, so skilled, so smooth, but yet you can see the human factor in that. And so that's one of the best things they do with John Wick movies. So if I rated this movie, I would give it a solid 6. I'll give it a solid 6. Something to watch. You get bored. Ain't got nothing else to do. Pop in on the DVD. It's on the streaming service. Man, hit that play button. But I would give it a solid 6. I would give it a solid 6. 6 ain't bad. I don't think a 6 movie's bad. It's just, it ain't great. It ain't bad. It's, let's check this out.